Hello and a very warm welcome to Cultural Communication Confidence with me, Victoria Reynoldson. And welcome to the summer series where we're doing something a little bit different. Over 4 weeks, we have been re-releasing 4 of the most popular topics from the podcast as we come to 1 year old. And we have been sharing topics from giving and receiving feedback, the future of work, and is it appropriate to interrupt? I will tell you in a minute what the re-release topic for this week is. But before I do, just explain why I'm doing this. So I have released to date almost 50 episodes. And so what I wanted to do was share these topics so you have the opportunity to build and cement your key learnings and insights from this podcast. And of course, you may not have listened to every single episode, or perhaps you're discovering this episode, this podcast show for the first time, in which case you of course are invited in to explore the insights that I'm sharing around global communication and cultural intelligence. Now, if you are a regular listener to the podcast, then why not challenge yourself to mix things up this summer and explore the videos which sit on my YouTube channel. So I create a video version of every single episode that I record. Equally, if you're somebody who normally watches my video episodes, why not mix it up and listen into the podcast on your favorite platform? There are lots of ways that you can tap into learning with me and getting fresh insights. So apart from when I'm away, I'm incredibly active on LinkedIn, and I am sharing and posting Monday to Friday over there with fresh ideas, insights, strategies, ideas, blogs, podcasts, you name it, I'm sharing it there. So do feel free to follow me on LinkedIn. You may also want to go and check out the culturecuppa.com website if you haven't done so already. What you'll find on that website are links to this podcast, links to my videos, the blog, and also free training that I'm offering. So those are resources which are free for you to access and get some extra boost in your learning and development. So do feel free to check that out on culturecuppa.com. But now let's come to today's re-release episode. And this is episode 32, which was what makes a good global leader. Now, this particular episode actually it led to quite a bit of debate about what is the right approach to leadership when working in global teams. And I brought it up because I felt that when I'm working with my clients, when they're managing large virtual teams with many different cultures represented, sometimes this can be challenging. It can also be challenging when I've worked with clients who've relocated from one place to another, and their leadership approach doesn't seem to be as effective as it used to be. So what I covered particularly in this episode were the different styles of leadership, also how cultural values shape how people perceive what is a good leader. I then shared the culturally intelligent approach to being a good leader and what you can adapt, the strategies you can use to adapt your communication, approaches and behaviors to be more successful in the way you connect with your teams. So I personally feel this episode is particularly valuable. So feel free to listen in. And if you have any thoughts on this, you can share these here, or you can drop me a message on LinkedIn where I'm particularly active. And I'd love to know what you think on this topic. But in the meantime, enjoy listening to this episode. This brings us to a close for the summer series of re-releases. And I'll be back next week with some new episodes and fresh new topics for you. Thank you so much for joining me on Cultural Communication Confidence.